I kind of took the roundabout trip to being an attorney. It was not always in my life plan. So I grew up with a dad that was an attorney, so I went to Bring Your Daughter to Work Day and all of those kind of things. But then my mom made me go to summer science camp, and I decided to take a detour and actually got a biology degree from Newman University. I then went to medical school at KU Med in Kansas City for 2 years. During my first year of medical school, I was having a lot of pain standing, and so I ignored it like every responsible medical student does. And turns out I had a nasty case of cancer. I had a tumor the size of a football in my pelvis. And so I underwent surgery in between my first and second year of med school. It came back. One nasty case of cancer and an amputation later, I decided during my year off that I did not want to be a doctor. It was not something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I took my LSAT, did really well, got a scholarship into law school at KU, and the rest is kind of history. At the League, I was general counsel. I worked with cities across our entire state. I lobbied on behalf of local governments at the state legislature, taught classes for city officials, and really enjoyed my time working with cities. And so then about a year ago, the city of Topeka called me and said, hey, we have an opening for city attorney. Would you consider applying? And I ended up here, and I have loved the experience over the last year. As the city attorney, I supervise the city's legal department. We have our prosecution division, which deals with our municipal court offenses. We have our litigation division, which defends the city in lawsuits. And then we also have our general government division, which advises the governing body and the city manager. I am very passionate about improving and increasing the legal profession. I think it is our responsibility as attorneys to help grow our next generation. So I am on the Kansas Bar Association Board of Governors. I am involved with the Topeka Bar Association and Women Attorneys Associations. I think there is no greater impact that you can have than working in local government. These are things that impact people's lives every day, and I have the privilege of being able to help with that. So when I moved here 11 years ago, I'm a transplant. I really wasn't that involved. I was busy in law school, but when I was working on the Court of Appeals, I was talking to another employee, and he made a comment about how we should frame our year around a word. So I picked the word new, and so for 12 months, I did one new thing in Topeka every single month. And if you're new here, I highly recommend you do it, because what I realized is that our community has everything to offer, and I love that. I'm very involved in golf. I'm in a golf league here, and that's because I decided to try something new. We have great restaurants. There's always something to do, and then the people really welcome you, so you can walk into any place in this town and have a friend pretty quickly if you would like one. Things are going to be hard when you try something new, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try it. If you love what you do, then you should always be striving to try that next thing. And sometimes you're going to fail and sometimes you're going to succeed, but along the way you're going to figure out what is important to you, which will ultimately make you better in whatever you choose to do.